Hello everyone, it's Cash here, back with another video. Today I'm going to show you how to use data stores, and I'm going to make sure data stores are simple and easy to learn. So let's get started. First things first, make sure you publish your game, and once you publish, go to Game Settings, Security, and Enable Studio Access to API Services needs to be on for you to use data stores. If it's not on, you won't be able to access data store service and you will get an error. Okay. Now we're going to create a script in server script service. This is how we make it the most secure. And what we're going to do is this script, we're going to name it data store. And I'm going to show you how to use data store. So here's data store simplified, okay? So basically a data store is, we'll say data store is literally a table like this. And it's just a bunch of user IDs like that, and they're set to whatever data you put. So if you want to put like whatever the player's money is, you'll do like 10 or something like that, but it can only be numbers, so you can't do strings or anything like this, or it won't save the data. So I'm going to leave this right here, and this is just data store example. Okay, so we'll scroll back up that later, but local data store. So basically what a data store is, data store service first of all, equals game get service data store service. So that's how you get the data store service. And then we have to get the local data store. So the data store is you're just getting the data store. So data store equals data store service get data store. So that's just how you basically create, quote unquote, but it's not really creating anything. Okay, and what we'll do is just data store new, or you could just do data store, but yeah. Okay, and then what we're gonna do is with that data, we're going to, or with the data store, I'm going to show you how to like set the data and load the data. So game.players.player added, connect function player, and this is going to load the data. So whenever the player is added, it loads data. So local data equals data store get async, and we have to get the user ID. So you set async the user ID. So what we do is copy whatever the user ID was and player.userid. So that's, it gets, like, it searches for the user ID in this table and it finds it and loads this, whatever you set it to. So then we do if data, then print data, and then do print successfully loaded data, and then else if there's not data, print no data found for player.userid. So no data was found for the actual player. Okay, but if there is data, we print it. So that's what tells us if we have data. So if we press play and check this out, so for me it said successfully loaded data, and the reason why is because I did this video a couple times before this, because my recording kept accidentally shutting off. So I already have data, but if there wasn't data already saved, and I can actually get rid of it by going to data store editor and going ahead and pasting my user ID, actually data store, and then just pasting it here, deleting it. That gets rid of my data. So if I press play, here we go, and no data found. Okay, and you can use this to make a ban system if you wanted to. Like you could do player.userid ban data store, and then if banned, then kick player or whatever. So I can show you how to do that too in another video, how to make a ban system. But what we're gonna do is, if they have data, we're going to fire the client to like open up a room. So we'll make a room real quick, just pretty simple. just create the wall, create another wall, create another wall, create the roof, and then create the entrance. So the entrance will be like right here. That. Okay, and then anchor it. Then here's the room. Oop. Group that. Here's the room. Okay, so we'll open up this room if the player data is equal to whatever. So first of all, we have to set the data. So to set the data, you just do whenever the player is removing, you connect a function with the player, and let me put full player in there. And then to set a sync, what set a sync means, it just sets the key up here. It sets the user ID to the data. So what we do is data store set sync player.userid, and then we set the value to whatever. So I'll do 1, and then we can do go up here. Actually, what I like to do is local data to save equals whatever. So then just put data to save here. So that just sets the data save. And then you can print out the data save so you know it's data to save. And then also, I'm going to teach you how to use a p call so it doesn't error and stuff like that, and which is what you should always do. But for the simplicity's sake of this video, I'm not using p calls right now, but I'll show you in a second. And then what we're going to do is create a remote event, and that's going to open up on the client. So it's going to open up the client, like client thing, forget what it's called. It's going to go to the client and open up the door. That's it. So what I'm going to do is create a object value here, and then just select the object value to the door. So name this door. Object value is equal to door. So whenever you, if the data is equal to a certain amount, then open the door. That's basically what it does. Okay, so if data, then we'll print the data and stuff, but we'll do if data 1. So if this right here, not data 1, like not just because it says 1, but it's data 1. So if data 1 and data 1 is equal to whatever we put it as. So we'll do if data is equal to 10. Okay, just for right now. Game.replicate.storage.remote event fire client player, and here's the player, and find the client, and then game.replicate.storage.remote event.onClient event connect function, and then what we'll do is script.value.value can collide equals false, script.value.value.transparency equals 0.6. Okay, so it's not going to equal 10, so it's not going to open the door yet. And no data has actually been found yet, so it didn't open. If we go back and we play again, we have data, and 1 is equal to 1. Still, though, it's not equal to 10, so it's not going to work. And now if we change this to, on the set of sync, if we change this to 10, press play, and then we leave again, and then we join back. Here we go. Now it's equal to 10, and as you can see, we can walk through and go to the room. And if we go on the server, this is still shut, so it only works for the player if the data is equal to whatever. So now if you wanted to like have a level unlocked, if like whatever, so if level's unlocked, then whatever, it works. And also what we can do is make it so we fire the table, like unlocked this stuff. It doesn't matter, but yeah, that's how you basically save data and load data, and it's easy. It's easier than you would think. So all it does is it's a table, uses your user ID, and then sets it to a value. And then you can use the data that it loads to do whatever you want. So that's awesome. I'm going to leave this whole entire model and stuff in the description. So if you want to download this, I'm going to just name all this, but if you want to download this model and the data store simplified, basically, check the description down below. Also, I have a Discord server, so if you need help with anything, join that and I will try to get back to you. I like to help as many of my viewers as I can. Also, I have a Roblox group, so if you want to check out my games and if you want free Robux from my giveaways, make sure to join that. And I do giveaways once every while, so check that out. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.